Alright, hello everyone, my name is Phantom and welcome to Red Dead Redemption. As you can see in the last video that was uploaded, Hydra would begin a playthrough on Assassin's Creed Mirage, and that'd be the first ever video without featuring the other person. So as you can expect, I am going to follow up on that and I am going to begin my own playthrough series of Red Dead Redemption. So, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get straight to it. No dilly-dallying, no nothing. Alright, so, I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I am going to be doing a hardcore playthrough. So, and as you can see, Undead Nightmare is here. So you can also expect that later on down the line. But for now, let's start with hardcore, and let's just get straight to business.
Well, I, for one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we helped the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently. The Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other. And who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
Alright, here we go. With those words, we begin our playthrough here. We now have control over John Marston, and I gotta say, I'm very excited to do this, so let's go ahead and get straight to the bar here and meet Jake.
Mr. Marston! Mr. Marston, over here! You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Alrighty. So I gotta say, this is one of my favorite games of all time. You know, and I'm so glad to be able to cover it here and make my own series of it. So, you know, yeah, we're just gonna make the best out of it. I hope you guys can enjoy and stick around.
Well, here, let's mount up and hit the trail.
Yep. Let's do that. Man, I gotta say, the Red Dead series is absolutely incredible.
We're out of town. Ain't no point in causing a ruckus.
Yep. This game is very beautiful. And just looking at the sun there, all the clouds, it's awesome. Do the little horse thing there. Alright, so...
Fort Mercy, you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I said, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an old serene effective. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Yeah, I gotta say, I haven't really done any hardcore playthroughs on this either. I've always played on normal, so this is a very new experience for me.
Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves' Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hold up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
Oh, Jake, you old geezer. He's a hilarious old guy, isn't he?
Yeah. So it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guy. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
Yeah, we got a long series ahead of us here, and quite frankly, I'm excited for it. You know, this is just the beginning of it, and
You
I
ain't
cannot
very
wait to see
talkative,
how
are
it goes.
you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you better off not knowing.
Yep. Alright.
I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Almost there, Mr. Marston, just over this hill.
Yeah, they got themselves a feast back there. Alright, here we are, Fort Mercer. Quite a place.
Listen, mister. This here's what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Yep. I'm sure we will. Alright. Well, let's not hold ourselves back here. Let's go and see what old Bill has to say. Let's get to it. Bill! Bill, I come for you! Bill Williamson! Love this scene.
Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge. No more Dutch. And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
Oh. Poor John.
And down he goes, game over. Alright, thank you everyone for tuning in. No, of course it can't end easily like that. We still got plenty more to go. Mr. Marston here has the... Man, it looks like his eyes are up in there. Yeah, he has the power of plot armor, so... Of course, he's not going to lay down that easily. But yeah, man, I love this game. Such an awesome game. Man, it must be difficult to carry him. I mean, it's a lot of dead weight. Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad, though. Alright, here we go. Your friend's old problems.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarlane. Miss Bonnie McFarlane.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarlane. I don't know.
So what were you doing?
Just trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. You see my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later and help me patrol the perimeter? You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Certainly. Alright. So, here we go with the second mission of the game. Does not take long to get to it. Alright. Let's go see what Bonnie wants us to do here. As you can see, the war horse is over there. Beautiful creature. Alright.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
I sure can use an extra pair of hands around here. Let's see if we can get you back in the saddle.
Yeah, I bet she's wondering right now how in the world old Johnny boy here managed to leap over the fence like that. I bet you got a bullet hole or something.
There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarlane.
Let me tell you, being the protagonist, it gives you
fine horse for you.
gives you powers you would never believe.
The ranch so you can get your bearings.
Yeah, so just a little nice ride here, you know, nothing too big. Very simple, you know, just very peaceful. Riding on the horses is by far like one of the best things you can do in this game. I mean, it's your way of transportation anyway.
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
Yeah, McFarlane's Ranch is quite the place. If I had a ranch, I'd love it to be like this, man. That'd be awesome. But
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase.
train station right here.
Station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better.
You got that right. Definitely. Big old barn right there.
Come on, boys. Let's go. That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl.
Yep. That old Drew McFarlane, he's something.
Whoa!
Alright, and here we are.
Back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarlane.
Alright, well. Hitch up the good old horse here and...
Are we going inside?
Yes, woman. We'll be there. I can take before you do. Yep.
How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mighty kind lady.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarlane.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time.
I can't help but notice that her lips look a little bit weird whenever she's talking.
We'd best get moving. This is a dangerous time of night for us.
It's whatever though, it's goofy stuff. This is a PS3 game that's been ported onto the PS4. I would have wished that this was a remake or a remaster.
Keep your eyes peeled for anything suspicious.
But you can't have your way all the time. Companies are going to do what they want to do, and you can't really do nothing about it. But
Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
yeah, definitely. I already know what's coming up here, so I'm probably going to do really bad because I know that the aiming on this is like, it's. Yeah, I never really played hardcore that much.
I don't believe it. Those damn rats are back. Give me a hand with that, please.
Oh, crap. Yeah, stand still. Oh, crap. I cannot. Alright, I'm doing a lot better here, yeah. Okay, I'll just let him go,
Thank you, Mr.
yeah.
Marston. Looks like we'll be having rabbit stew tomorrow.
Certainly, man. I hope you enjoy
What
it.
else is going on?
Well, I'll wait for you to get on yours.
Let's get going. We've still got plenty of ground to cover.
Yep. Alright. Now I'm gonna see this coyote down here and I'm gonna shoot it real good.
It's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
Look out! Coyote!
Oh, missed it.
Get to the animals.
You gotta be kidding me. Man, I'm really not. Alright, I got this. Hold on. Oh my god. Okay. I am awful at aiming. You can't save it forever, bud. Oh, I got Deadeye too. Yeah, I got that now. There you go. Okay, yeah. God, I shouldn't use Deadeye too much here, but I'm just not. I'm not too good with all the pre-game stuff.
I just wish we'd saved all the chickens. Come on, I'll show you the way to your room.
Well, I guess I did alright, but I missed a lot more times than I'd like to.
You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
Alright.
Here we are.
Yep. Here we are indeed.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
Alright. So, yep. Sleep in your bed to save your game? Absolutely. That's just how it is in all these games. 6 hours later, all the usual Rockstar stuff, extra ammo and all that. Definitely gonna have to keep note of that. Due to my to this being a hardcore playthrough. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and call this the end of the episode here. Thank you everyone for tuning in. If you made it this far, please remember to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Me and Hydra, we're doing our best here to, upload daily content and, try and keep you guys entertained. But, aside from that, if you have not done it yet, go ahead and check out Hydra's video on Assassin's Creed Mirage. Certainly make him a happy man. If he knew people were watching this stuff. Same thing for me, but again, thank you everyone for tuning in. And that being said, I am Phantom, and I am signing out. Good night, everyone.